Go live. It says I'm going live. I'm live. Okay, sweet. No, don't do that. Okay, this is a very different format than I'm used to. But you know what? I'm just gonna run with it. Okay. Think I figured out how to set up OBS with the new YouTube streaming mechanic. Hop, click, link, and let's see if it actually worked or if I'm going to miss another week's upload. Gosh, I hope not. Okay. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. Meanwhile, I'm going to fix this. No, this. Because that needs to be over here. So, let's put the iPad down for a minute. Wherever I can set it. I'm going to set it right here. And you, Mr. Black Flag, are going the other direction. Oh, it's up. You saw nothing. All of my secrets are kept. Wait. Oh dear. Well, I'm just gonna shift over a direction that will hopefully not knock this over. There we go. Ugh. And now I should be good. There we go. That looks better. See, I still have no clue because on here it says I've been live, but the video is unavailable. Huh. Well, actually, well, first of all, I'm going to switch where my glasses are. Oh, bother. Shut up. Oh, would you just shut up? You're like rats with wings. Okay. If anyone's up for a bit of E3 talk on what was brought to the table this year, I'm live on YouTube right now, or I should be, using OBS streaming for the first time on the platform. Would love for you to join. Okay, so I see me in the preview on Facebook. That's a good sign, because that means that something's actually happening. Welcome to live chat, blah, 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 blah. Also, people coming in, yeah, I'm live. I'm live. You can see my background, you can see my shirt. It's happening. I am right there. Right there. Ooh, well, I like that. Okay. Right on. Great. I'm going to try not to gorge myself too much, but I am hungry, and I do have a whole pizza in front of me, so please bear with me. I find that very interesting that those have done that. I don't understand it. Okay, so for those, oh, hi there. What's going on? What is this? I have a window in front of my face. Oh, because there we go. Okay, cool. Well, you guys don't actually really need to see that. So I'm just going to hide that Chrome. Make myself bigger. Actually, this could very well be a good opportunity. Okay, hang on a second. I am going to see... Need a background. Let's go with one of my favorite... well, maybe not one of my favorite, but... Yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to see that. I mean, technically you're not going to be able to see anything because my whole face is in front of the screen, but still, I have some good screenshots here from good old Sea of Thieves, which is actually what this background is for. I've been streaming Sea of Thieves rather consistently for like a week now, and I've really been enjoying it, so that's what's going on. Ooh, should I do Mermaid's Hideaway? Maybe. I thought I had my Legend sloop. Do I not? No, I wouldn't. No, it wouldn't be here. Okay, so we're just gonna go Mermaid's Hideaway. Open. Max. Gonna max it out. But also make it a tiny bit smaller. Tiny bit more. Come on, come on. You can do it. And then we're going to take me and do this. There. Wow, that actually looks really nice. Oh, if only I could stream Sea of Thieves from my computer. That'd be great. Okay, so now then, since all that's configured and I need to turn this on silent. Okay, so E3 like just ended a couple of days ago, or like today or yesterday, but the conferences were Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And Wednesday? No, not Wednesday. Because Tuesday was Nintendo. Right, okay, cool. In my brain. Because Sony wasn't there. Rip Sony. I have a list of notes that I took down from at least the Microsoft conference after I watched it back to get all my thoughts together on some things. Microsoft came out with an astounding... I wonder if I should close that window. No, it's fine. Microsoft came out with an astounding briefing this year. Like, this is the first year E3 has happened that I've actually been an Xbox fan. So I was really excited about this. And they did not disappoint for multiple reasons. I'm going to share this in one more Facebook group. Where's Halcon? Halcon, Knights of Nirvana. Yeah. Hey, Halconites. Give it a little wave. Where's the wave? There's the wave. Ah, get back here. Anyone? What were your favorite moments and announcements from E3 this year? Microsoft, Ubisoft, Nintendo. Let's chat about it all on my stream. Let's chat about it all right now, live on YouTube. For this time with the new setup. It'd be great to have you for the inaugural run. Alright, see how that flies. If it flies at all. So, yes, Microsoft. Super strong conference. Loved watching it. Was very, very glad that it happened the way that it did. In order of games that were released and like dropped, and I'm going to put the timestamps down in the descriptions. You can actually go to the specific point in the Microsoft briefing, or the Xbox, yeah, technically Microsoft. The briefing itself, I'm going to leave a link down in the description with the timestamps for each of these games as they're talked about. So you don't have to watch the whole thing, you can just look at the timestamp and then, oh, okay, this happens at this point. Well, I'm going to scooch my little scroll bar all the way down here, and then you're going to be right where you want to be. First game that I thought looked really cool as an announcement, happening at 4 minutes 50 seconds by Ninja Theory, the game Bleeding Edge. This looks really, really cool for multiple reasons. First of all, it is a third-person action. It combines third-person action combat with a competitive team multiplayer aspect. So, honestly, it looks a bit like Overwatch in the sense that you are forming a team with your friends and going to battle against another team so you can actually see your people, which is really, really sweet. Hello viewers, thank you for joining. We are talking about E3's major game drops, as the title suggests, and highlighting a few moments that I thought were really cool. I did only watch the Microsoft and Nintendo conferences all the way through, so if Ubisoft or Square Enix had something that you want to talk about with me, then please let me know in the comments, or the live chat rather, and we'll bring it up. So yes, Bleeding Edge, third-person action combat with competitive team multiplayer. Very, very Overwatch, especially with the online melee 4v4 and all the colorful characters. Like, this basically looks like something that Ninja Theory, like, they played Overwatch, or at least they watched Overwatch and thought, okay, a lot of people really like this game. What is it about the game that they love? Is it the colorful characters? Is it the team aspect? Is it like online multiplayer? Let's use that formula and make our own game. Not in the sense to beat Overwatch, but to just have another option that's kind of like it, but at the same time isn't. And the technical alpha, like the very first crack at this game that you guys are going to be able to get in on, starts on June 27th. That is 12 days away. So 12 days, you can sign up to be part of the alpha and be in the first group of people who are able to play Bleeding Edge. And it looks like a game that's going to be a pretty dang fun alpha. And I did mention this earlier, I am still haven't had supper yet, so I'm going to be eating pizza on the stream. I apologize if this makes you hungry. I really hope no messages are being dropped. I'm just not seeing them, because that would stink. Yeah, no, doesn't, Hey, Nintendo 2009, how's it going? Oh, good, I can see the chat. So you're probably very excited for when I talk about the Nintendo conference, or all the news that Nintendo dropped. We're gonna get there, don't worry. Okay, so, again, the timestamps, good, glad you're doing well. The timestamps for these trailers and these games I'm talking about, I'm going to leave them down in the description, as well as a link to the Microsoft panel or the Microsoft briefing that it was on. So you can just scroll in the video, find out where the game starts, and then launch into it. Next up, that I will admit looked really good and might be the thing that finally gets me into the franchise after it's been alive and thriving for, I want to say 5 years, but in honest truth, it's probably a lot more, is Minecraft Dungeons. I have never really been much of a fan of Minecraft. Do you live in Halifax? No, I do not live in Halifax. So I've never really been a fan of Minecraft Dungeons, but I've never really been a fan of Minecraft just because of my personality. Like, I don't like doing the same thing over and over again, and with building in Minecraft, you're very much placing blocks all the time, and it's just boring for me. Like, I watch my friend Britt play it on her Twitch streams because I can interact with the community, but Minecraft Dungeons looks so fun because it's essentially an RPG. Like, it's Dungeons and Dragons brought into Minecraft. You can choose, looks like you can choose between like a wizard or a paladin or a fighter. You go into dungeons, you solve puzzles. It's very Legend of Zelda-esque in the sense that there are those dungeons where you do puzzles and you face monsters. It's a lot of fun, so I'm really, really glad that that they've developed this. It's going to be 4-player local and online co-op. So that's really exciting because like games are meant to be played with people, and if you have online co-op, then you don't have to be in the same room as your friend in order to play with them. And that game is coming out spring 2020. It's a little distance away, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. And I know a lot of people love Minecraft, and they love Dungeons and Dragons, or role-playing, and fantasy, and Legend of Zelda, so this game will definitely be for them. And that happens at 8 minutes and 10 seconds, with a brief trailer for about a minute and a half. Then we get into Star Wars The Fallen Order. I don't exactly know what to say about this, mostly because it's Star Wars, so it kind of speaks for itself. But there is the main character, and of course his robot sidekick, become part of a fighting force that, like, no one knows who he is. So when he says, "I'm a Jedi," they say, "Oh, the Jedi are all dead." Apparently not in this universe, because this dude has a lightsaber. He's pulling off some crazy Jedi stuff, Jedi flips, Jedi powers. The Jedi are very much not dead in the video game Star Wars universe, and I think that's really neat because playing a Jedi is a lot of fun. You get to use a whole bunch of cool powers and abilities, and I just love that they're continuing the robot sidekick trope. It happened with the original trilogy with R2-D2 and C-3PO, continued in the, well, technically the prequel trilogy, but we don't speak about that. And then in the sequel trilogy with BB-8. So, very, very happy that Star Wars has a new game coming out. It's going to be exciting. I hope you're ready for it. Now I'm going to take a bite of pizza. I'm really glad that the stream is actually working decently, because I've never used OBS to stream on YouTube before, or any platform. I tried on Twitch a while back, but it wasn't working for me for some reason, so that was unfortunate. Okay. This next game, wow. The community for this next title already is astounding. People are so excited for this next game that it's kind of mind-blowing, since it's not going to be released until April 16th, 2020. CyberPunk 2027 by CD Projekt Red is I'm just going to read it off the iPad here because it's a lot of information that I took down because I was so excited by this. Even though it doesn't quite sound like a game that I would enjoy, I still liked it. I liked the presentation, I liked what happened during the presentation, which I'm going to get into in a moment, because this is one of my biggest moment highlights from E3 that I watched. So, CyberPunk 2027 has a vast open-world storyline and and you can customize your character based on the choices you make in-game. It's set in a future metropolis where body modification is an obsession. And you play as an enhanced mercenary outlaw working in the sleazy underbelly of the city. That in itself sounds very intense and very exciting, so I can see why everyone is pumped. It sounds a lot like a GTA style sort of game, but broadened to include the open world aspect. The kicker with this game, that I actually have 2 timestamps for the entire trailer that they showed, because there's a break right in the middle where the last thing we see in the game trailer is Buddy blackout, but he gets rebooted, and this guy kneels down to him, and we see a face that you think is familiar. You think you've seen it somewhere before. It's one of those faces, and you've totally seen this before, particularly in the John Wick series. Keanu Reeves himself steps out onto the stage from the spotlight and the smoke, and the crowd in the Microsoft Theater just went nuts. everyone was pulling out their phone and screaming at every single word he said. It was phenomenal. Like, I wish I could have been in the theater when that happened. It was such hype. It was so hyped. So he goes into talking. He says, when CD Projekt Red approached me about this, I didn't know what to expect, but I was excited. This game is breathtaking. He takes a pause, everyone's quiet, and then this one guy in the audience yells, "You're breathtaking!" The crowd erupts yet again, and Keanu kind of points and is like, "You're breathtaking! You're breathtaking!" And oh, that moment was just so good. And I actually saw the video that the guy who yelled it actually posted it on Twitter, and it's just a great moment because Keanu's looking like right at him, just as I'm looking at you right now. That's basically where Keanu was facing. And a bonus for this guy, he got tracked down by the game company and was given a free copy of the game. Or, well, I don't know about a free copy of the game itself, since it's like it's in obviously it's done. Like, he got a free version of a game. That's the most I remember. So it had to have been this game, because otherwise, like, why? So that was really good. Like, good for that guy. Like, A+. Yeah, okay, so a couple of minutes after CyberPunk happens, there's a familiar logo that flashes on screen and some really, like, upbeat rock battle music. And it was great what happened next, because I saw the flashes, and it only took me like 2 times to realize, I know that logo. I know that logo. Battletoads is making a comeback. I never played the originals. I wish I had, because I watch Andre from Black Nerd Comedy talk about them a lot. And it sounds like a really fun series. So, Battletoads, great that they're getting some limelight. It's going to be, you're going to be able to do 3-player, what they call couch co-op, which I think basically just means like local in the same room co-op, maybe, or it could mean online co-op where you just play from your own couch. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll find out when the game launches. And there's a section of the trailer where a bunch of words are just blitzing on the screen very, very quickly. I wasn't able to catch all of them, but I did manage to catch combat, puzzles, and it looks like there's a little bit of a racing component, so all that thrown together looks like a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to be. Battletoads just looks like one of those classic arcade cabinet beat-em-ups that could definitely be a lot of fun, and bringing that to the Xbox One is a smart move. Like, it really is. Okay, so the last game trailer that they announced, that honestly I'm like, I don't know how to describe this. It looks fun, but I'm just very, very confused on what the thought process was in developing this game. Way to the Woods is what the game is called. I'm calling it Magic Deer, because you literally play as a deer, a woodland hoofed mammal in like modern suburbia. You are from the scenes in the trailers, you go through the subway, the sewers. Where did I put that? Oh, shoot. I didn't. Oh, yeah. So you go through the subway, some stores, sewers. It's all very modernized and urban, but you're a deer finding your way home. The quote from the trailer that they showed is, "The light will guide you home." And as it looks like, as you're going throughout as you're going throughout urban civilization, you're able to use your antlers to either detect or collect light, kind of in the same sense of Dumbledore's Deluminator from Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So that's all very, very interesting. I'm excited to see what it's like, because it just looks like a fun, nonsensical, relax sort of game, not quite your Call of Duty or your Call of Duty or Battlefield or even Injustice sort of games, but it looks fun. Like, it's cartoony. Alright. Oh, and in the trailer, there was a baby deer following you along, so I don't know if you have a child that you're supposed to get back to the woods with and keep them safe, or what the deal is. Just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Okay. Come on. Alright, sweet. Alright. Here it is. The moment that, at least I hope, Nintendo 2009 has been waiting for. The Nintendo section that I almost didn't watch because I was in town doing some... What was I doing? I was at Starbucks, and I wasn't planning on watching Nintendo, but my friend, or creator friend, Sammy Cake on YouTube, I'll link her channel up down below. She's a really great video game fanatic, Nintendo fanatic mostly, and streamer, and she's just a really fun person. She was doing a live reaction stream, since on Twitch, like E3 made it so that streamers could co-stream what was happening in the conferences with their audience and have like more interactability. So I thought that was really cool. So she had that going, and I figured, you know what? I haven't watched Sammy for a little while. I'm gonna check this out. It could be fun, because she is such a huge Nintendo fanatic, and even though the majority of what they're going to be announcing is all for the Switch, I kind of want to see what I'm missing out on, even though that sounds really weird, because I don't want to miss out, but I can't afford a Switch. Sad day. But yeah, I did take down some notes for this. So, the moment that I thought was really neat throughout all of Nintendo's conference was actually one of the developers, or one of the co-workers, employees, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He kind of like came on and said, "Oh, we have some things to tell you, and I've got someone very special to deliver the news." You just see a big yellow arm reach over and like tap him on the shoulder, and then the camera pans out and Bowser's there with a tie, and he's like, well, of course, all we hear is rah, 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 but I can just imagine him saying something like, I'm ready to I'm ready to share the news of all the awesome new games with Nintendo's fan base. I've been waiting for this moment forever. Anyway, probably some nonsense like that. And then this guy, whose last name is actually Bowser, walks on the stage like, no. This ain't your time, Koopa King. Like get moving. Like, get out of here. He's like, what? I have a tie. I am ready for this. And Bowser's just like, no, I'm sorry. We'll call you when we need you. So I thought that was a really fun moment. And it keeps with Nintendo's ability to have fun with big conferences like this. I enjoy that about Nintendo. So there were really 3 things that I picked up from watching Sammy's co-stream of Nintendo's conference. And that is Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy, is finally hitting the Switch. Like, I've had Spyro since it launched. I got the pre-order. My fiance and I have been playing it a lot. Not recently, but we've dabbled quite a number of times. I've streamed it a number of times on my Twitch channel. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and I'm glad that Nintendo fans and people who own Switches instead of Xbox Ones or PlayStation 4s are going to be able to enjoy the 90s purple flame boy that I grew up with and I love so much. So I'm very happy Spyro is coming to the Switch. Second bit of news that I thought was really neat, Link's Awakening is getting a remastered version. Again, I didn't really play Link's Awakening when I was younger, so I can't really say too much about it, but it was very exciting. Legend of Zelda remakes are always a great time because it's just an incredible series in itself. And some of the games are very old, so new players, like young players today, aren't going to know the great times that we had with the games when they first came out. Having them be remastered and released on modern systems is 100% the right way to go and gives a new life to an old game. If it was a smash hit, then it gets even more publicity, or if it was kind of like meh, then they get to take another go at it and really knock it out of the park. Along the lines of Legend of Zelda news, Breath of the Wild is getting a sequel. Not more DLC, no. A sequel. In the trailer, they show a dark cavern with all the different lights from, like, the big creatures. Again, I don't have a Switch, so I've been unable to play Breath of the Wild. That makes me very sad. Please donate me money. No, I'm kidding. No, don't do that. It's like $400 Canadian. Don't worry about it. But yeah, Breath of the Wild. In the trailer, we see Link and Zelda on an adventure together at the same time. Like, Ocarina of Time brought us adventures with Link that Zelda would periodically show up in as Sheik, but those were just cutscenes, so we don't really get much. And then, of course, we had Smash, where naturally you can be Link and Zelda at the same time, but like you're fighting each other. And then there was Hyrule Warriors. You could play as both of them, but again, not together. No, actually, you could do them together because there is that team aspect. Okay, so point there. But this one looks fantastic in the Breath of the Wild art form. Everyone's going to love it. Everyone's going to spend countless hours on that, just like they spent countless hours on the first Breath of the Wild. That is very exciting for Switch players. I really, really hope I can join them for that before then. I just want to have a Switch. That's really, really what I want. And then the final news. The last thing we see from the Nintendo conference for E3 2019, Banjo-Kazooie is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's wild. Like, wow. How much more Ultimate could Smash Bros. Ultimate get? I thought they were done. I thought they were like, okay, we have this massive roster of players. You guys have enough things to choose from, but we're going to give you one more. And I love how they revealed this. They brought back the kind of like the same skin, the same style trailer they did for King K. Rool, with Donkey Kong and Diddy kind of like chilling out in the treehouse. But K. Rool's actually in there with them, which is really, really weird. At least it was for me, because they aren't friends, so why would they be together? And so the trailer starts up. This thing kind of like bounces across the screen that I didn't recognize, but Andre, again, Black Nerd Comedy, must have immediately recognized it, because he just starts like hyperventilating and being like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. It's a fantastic reaction. I'm also going to link that up down below, because Andre is just, his passion is so, no, back on track. So the trailer starts up, thing bounces across, so obviously K. Rool, Diddy, Donkey need to see what's going on. They run to the window, plaster their faces up, and then we see a shadow. The shadow of Banjo and Kazooie, but then they pull the whole switcheroo and Duck Hunt Dog pops up and he does this little snickering, like popping up all over the screen. And then Banjo and Kazooie pop in. It was a beautiful reveal. And I love the text that pops up with like the new player approaches type of screen. Banjo and Kazooie raring to go, because they're developed by the company Rare. It was just a beautiful game pun, and I am living for it. If I am ever able to get a Switch or play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I am going to be Banjo and Kazooie. This was a fantastic E3. I did watch a little bit of Ubisoft's conference, but I didn't see anything that was too exciting. I didn't see anything from Square Enix, so I have absolutely no idea what happened there. And speaking of Rare, actually, they had their own massive announcements and big excitement that happened with their first Arena Invitational Battle for LA. I'm going to get into that a little bit more, a specific Rare Sea of Thieves video that I should have out next Saturday. Not in live stream format, but actual edited, recorded video form. Because that's what I really want to get back to. I love live streaming on Twitch. It's a great time. I play a lot of Sea of Thieves. I've turned my whole Twitch channel into a Pirates game hub, if you will. So right now I'm really into Sea of Thieves. I want to be able to stream Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I know it's kind of old, but it's still a lot of fun. And when Skull and Bones finally gets released, like, I'm going to buy that and I'm going to play it. It's going to be a great time. So if you want to enjoy some pirate action from me, feel free to join me on my Twitch channel twitch.tv/ZachAttack77, same handle as my Instagram and my Twitter. And enjoy the fun. It's like, Sea of Thieves is such a wonderful game, and that's why I want to do an entire video dedicated to Rare's newest gem. So look for that next Saturday. I'm going to be talking about the Battle for LA. I'm going to be talking about the new ship set that came out, that if you do play Sea of Thieves, then you already know about it, and if you don't play Sea of Thieves and you watch the video, well then I hope you still like the collaboration that went into bringing it to life for those of us who do play Sea of Thieves. I don't know what I was just going to say there. But I can't cut that out because this is a live stream. Oh boy. So that's all I got. That was E3 2019. They really knocked it out of the park. Tie for first place between Microsoft and Nintendo, mostly because I don't want to choose. I've been on board with Nintendo for a long time. I've recently come into the Xbox ring, but I've been loving it, so I'm going to call it a tie, and yeah, that's really it. Thank you to everyone who watched this live, and to those of you who watched the playback. Do leave your thoughts down in the comments section what your impression of E3 2019 was, and what were some of your favorite moments and game title drops that you are the most excited for. I am so glad to be able to do this. What? Goodness. Messing on my outros, like always. I'm very happy to be able to come to you guys and chat about the things that I'm passionate about, because chances are you guys are passionate about some things that other people just either don't think you should be interested in or want to take you away from that. And that's not cool, because we are all passionate about specific things, and those don't always have to be in the popular realm of society. So embrace what you love and express it to the world. But until next time, guys, that's all I've got for you. I hope you have a great week. As always, don't be afraid or discouraged by others to embrace what you are truly passionate about, because you really have no idea who in the world you can make an amazing connection with. Take care.